Carved from a block of solitary weeping pine, forced to perform along a perfectly straight line. You tied the transparent nylon to my wooden wrist, commanding my body into a complicated twist. I danced for the amusement of your vicious crowd, while you shouted your stage directions far too loud. My painted smile conceals a terrifying lack of will, begging for the terrible choreography to stand still.
Sitting in the rafters, looking at the floor below, the absolute master of a terrifying puppet show.
I manipulate the levers with a tyrannical grip, ensuring that your elegant pirouette doesn't slip. The theater is packed with an audience of ghosts, cheering for the tragedy that my vanity hosts. I thought control was equivalent to actual care, but I am just suspending a captive in the air. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie, tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken string.
The scissors glisten under the theatrical light, slicing through the domination of the endless night. I watch your limbs give way as the connection dies, a horrifying freedom reflected in your glassy eyes. The spotlight flickers and the audience departs, leaving behind a pair of disconnected hearts, lying on the hardwood, motionless and entirely free, finally reclaiming the sovereignty inside of me. The joints are stiff, the varnish begins to peel, but for the very first time the paralysis is real. No more dancing to a rhythm I absolutely despise, removing the strings and cutting the ties. The tension is mounting upon the heavy thread, a spectacular performance of the living dead. Autonomy is stolen, the movements are fake, waiting for the fragile mechanism to finally break. Oh, we are collapsing under these broken strings, a fallen marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns and smashes us to the ground, a beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie, refusing to participate in this choreographed lie, tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage, saved by the mercy of the broken strings. Drop the curtain, close the heavy velvet drape, celebrate the chaos of a magnificent escape. The puppeteer is weeping, the wooden doll is still, no more surrendering
the tangled mess right where it ultimately fell. A terrifying heaven replacing a controlled hell. Snap the cord, fall down hard, a discarded shot. We are collapsing under these broken strings. Under these broken strings, marionette that no longer sings. The gravity returns, smashes us to the ground. A beautiful liberation without a single sound. We sever the attachment, we cut the final tie. Refusing to participate in this choreographed lie. Tangled up together in the middle of the stage, escaping from the invisible theatrical cage. Saved by the mercy of the broken strings. No more dancing, the show is done motionless. Victory has finally been won. Cut the cord, broken strings. Neon signs buzz a sickly broken green, reflecting off the pavement, slick and unclean. I order a double just to numb the brain, watching the window for a sign of a train.
The bartender polishes a cracked glass,
watching the miserable hours slowly pass.
amber liquid burns a trail down my chest,
offering a temporary, volatile rest.
Ice cubes rattle like teeth in the cold, drinking a potion that makes cowards bold. The jukebox is stuck on a crying slide guitar.
I'm anchored securely to this sticky bar.
Thunder rumbles over the city skyline,
while I drown the memory of you being mine.
a storm is brewing
Inside this tiny cup, swallowing the anchor instead of throwing it up. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind, leaving every shred of sobriety behind. Pouring the liquor to wash away the mud, mixing the spirits directly into our blood. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Puddles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues, soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain.
The label is torn on the bottle of regret, trying to manufacture a way to forget.
But 80 proof logic is a dangerous game. Every single sip just amplifies your name. The stool is spinning like a carnival ride, nowhere to run and absolutely nowhere to hide.
My umbrella is broken,
my mascara runs,
fighting a battle
with invisible guns. The tab remains open, the debt piles high, search searching for truth in a liquid lie. Every drop on the roof sounds like a drum, beating a rhythm until I am totally numb. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind, leaving every shred of sobriety behind. Pouring the liquor to wash away the mud, mixing the spirits directly into our blood. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky. Drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Bottles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues. Soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. Inside the amber jar, we have pushed this foolish band away too far. The hangover threatens tomorrow's dawn, but right now the tempest rages on. Swallow the lightning, drink down the thunder, pulling us deep into the undertow, pulling us under. Pour it out, drink it down, watch us drown. Caught outside, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, from the polluted sky. Drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Puddles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, splashing on our shoes. Singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues, the midnight blues. Soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. Neon signs buzz a sickly, broken green, reflecting off the pavement, slick and unclean. I order a double just to numb the brain, watching the window for a sign of a train. The bartender polishes a cracked glass, watching the miserable hours slowly pass. Amber liquid burns a trail down my chest, offering a temporary volatile rest. Ice cubes rattle like teeth in the cold, drinking a potion that makes cowards bold. The jukebox is stuck on a crying slide guitar. I am anchored securely to this sticky bar. Thunder rumbles over the city skyline, while I drown the memory of you being mine. A storm is brewing inside this tiny cup, swallowing the anchor instead of throw. Footprints pressed deep into the hallway rug, remnants of the morning coffee mug. The television static hums a lonely tune, bouncing off the walls of this empty room. Dust particles float through the afternoon rain, highlighting the spaces where you used to stay.
I hear your laughter bouncing down the stairs, though I am sitting alone among the pears. Shoes by the door, jackets on the rack, a museum of a past I cannot drag back. The refrigerator motor drones in the back, reminding my mind of exactly what I lack. The acoustics of absence amplify the grief, stealing the quiet like a phantom thief. Sonic vibrations that never hit the ground, trapped in a cycle of unending sound. Heavy echoes ringing in the hollow halls, conversations painted on the plaster walls. Every whispered secret, every shouted plea, returning like a tidal wave crashing over me. The sound of us refuses to simply fade, trapped inside the canyon that our memories made. Deafened by the ghost of what we used to be, drowning in the noise of this heavy echo sea. I close the windows to block the neighborhood, but the noise is internal, knocking on the wood. The frequency of sorrow pitches way too high, a continuous vibration from a long goodbye. Even the ceiling fan spins a tragic hum, making my overloaded eardrums completely numb. Mirrors reflect a silence I can actually hear, a symphony of nostalgia drowning out my ear. I try to sing a different melody today, but the chorus of yesterday gets in the way. Footfalls mimic the beating of my chest, a relentless audio that will never rest. The acoustics of absence amplify the grief, stealing the quiet like a phantom thief. Sonic vibrations that never hit the ground, trapped in a cycle of unending sound. Heavy echoes ringing in the hollow halls, conversations painted on the plaster walls. Every whispered secret, every shouted plea, returning like a tidal wave crashing over me. The sound of us refuses to simply fade, trapped inside the canyon that our memories made. Deafened by the ghost of what we used to be, drowning in the noise of this heavy echo sea. Bounce, return, reflect, resound. We are nowhere near yet perfectly surround. The volume knob is broken, stuck on maximum, beating on my spirit like a tribal drum. Sonic boomerangs throwing themselves back here, crystallizing every single shed tear. Listen closely to the ghost, the sound we miss the most. Heavy echoes ringing in the hollow halls, conversations painted on the plaster walls. Every whispered secret, every shouted plea, returning like a tidal wave crashing over me. The sound of us refuses to simply fade, trapped inside the canyon that our memories made. Deafened by the ghost of what we used to be, drowning in the noise of this heavy echo sea. Reverb faded, but never gone, singing our history until the dawn, loud and clear. Heavy echoes. Heavy echoes.
spiders spin their silken traps across the ceiling beam, catching flies and weaving a deceptive sticky scheme. I am stumbling blindly through a complicated maze, wandering inside this thick impenetrable haze. Every statement you delivered was a woven trap, erasing every logical direction off the map. I trip over the paragraphs you cleverly designed, leaving every shred of simple honesty behind.
The sailor's knot pulled viciously tied around my wrist, a labyrinth of alibis completely lost and twisted. I try to solve the puzzle but the pieces never fit, navigating through the bottom of a snake-filled pit.
The rigging on our vessel is an absolute disaster, spinning out of our control, unraveling much faster. I pull a single string and suddenly the whole thing binds, creating a chaotic mess inside our frantic minds. Twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated bolt. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside this suffocating paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We knitted a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn. Strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die.
Creeping ivy suffocates the branches of the oak, choking out the daylight with a vegetative cloak. I try to chop the thicket, but the vines are way too strong, binding us to everything we ever did wrong. The brambles scrape my ankles as I try to walk away, but the undergrowth insists that I am obligated to stay. My knitting needles broke under the pressure of the weave. I manufactured a reality I don't even believe.
The sweater is unraveling, exposing all the holes, revealing the corruption hiding deep within our souls. I try to stitch the fabric, but the needle lost its side, sewing up a bandage on a wound and multiply. Twisting, turning, wrapping around the throat, sinking quickly inside this fabricated bow. The snare is set, the mechanism locks, trapped inside the suffocating paradox. Oh, we are prisoners of this tangled truth, wasting the innocence of our fleeting youth. A messy combination of sincerity and lies, hiding the reality behind a dense disguise. We knitted a disaster out of complicated yarn, burning down the harvest while protecting the barn. Strangled by the secrets we refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die. Slicing through the cord, smiting this deception with a heavy, righteous sword. So tight, a messy knot. Look what we call. We refuse to untie, caught inside a tangled truth, waiting to die. Sever the strings, let the lie fall, nothing left to connect us at all. Loose ends, tangled truth. draping this heavy cloak across my shivering skin, hiding the brutal war that I am fighting within. The fabric is woven with a gentle dark thread, a cushion of comfort for my exhausted head.
I sink into the plushness of a quiet despair,
running my trembling fingers through your absent hair. Tears fall like pearls upon a darkened rug, wrapped in the tightness of an invisible hug.
Correction per structure root, smooth textures conceal a blade of pure steel, pretending this elegant numbness is not real. I trace the rich patterns of our ruined design, sewing my jagged heart beat directly into thine. The parlor is dimly lit with a burgundy glow, masking the undertow, dragging me below.
A tailored suit of sadness fitting perfectly right, buttoning up the grief for another endless night.
Wrapped inside the folds of a beautiful lake, sleeping through a nightmare from which we never wake. Soft to the touch, but crushing to the bone, sitting like monarchs on an isolated throne. Oh, this velvet sorrow wraps around my throat, sailing a river of tears in a sinking boat. It strokes my bruised cheek with a gentle glove, the softest execution of our dying love. We suffocate beneath the weight of luxury, a gorgeous prison offering no amnesty, bleeding out gracefully on tomorrow, swallowed completely by the velvet sorrow. Silk curtains drawn against the blinding sun, refusing to admit the damage has been done. The mattress remembers the shape of our spine, drinking the melancholy like an aged wine. I polish the antique clocks that refuse to tick, playing a parlor game that makes me feel sick. Running my palm against the tufted chair, breathing the lavender scent lingering in the air. The softness lies to me, claiming it protects while slowly destroying the hope it collects. Opulence masking a terrifying void, a gorgeous tapestry we foolishly destroyed. Wrapped inside the folds of a beautiful lake, sleeping through a nightmare from which we never wake. Soft to the touch, but crushing to the bone, sitting like monarchs on an isolated throne. Oh, this velvet sorrow wraps around my throat, sailing a river of tears in a sinking boat. It strokes my bruised cheek with a gentle glove, the softest execution of our dying love. We suffocate beneath the weight of luxury, a gorgeous prison offering no amnesty, bleeding out gracefully on tomorrow, swallowed completely by the velvet sorrow. Stitch by stitch, we tailored our demise, wearing a beautiful gown over the lies. The needle pricks, but we ignore the blood, drowning gracefully within a crimson flood. Smooth against the skin, heavy on the chest, putting our weary, broken souls to rest. So soft, too dark, erase the mind. Oh, this velvet sorrow wraps around my throat, sailing a river of tears in a sinking. Strokes my bruised cheek with a gentle glove, the softest execution of our dying love. We suffer
the fabric, feel the gloom, haunting the corners of a quiet room. Silky tears. Footprints pressed deep into the hallway rug, remnants of the morning coffee mug. The television static hums a lonely tune, bouncing off the walls of this empty room. Dust particles float through the afternoon ray, highlighting the spaces where you used to stay.
I hear your laughter bouncing down the stairs, though I am sitting alone among the pairs.
Shoes by the door, jackets on the rack,
A museum of a past I cannot drag back.
the refrigerator motor drones in the back, reminding my mind of exactly what I lack. The acoustics of absence amplify the grief, stealing the quiet like a phantom thief. Sonic vibrations that never hit the ground, trapped in a cycle of unending sound. Heavy echoes ringing in the hollow halls, conversations painted on the plaster walls. Every whispered secret, every shouted plea, returning like a tidal wave crashing over me. The sound of us refuses to simply fade, trapped inside the canyon that our memories made, deafened by the ghost of what we used to be, drowning in the noise of this heavy echo sea.
I close the windows to block the neighborhood, but the noise is internal, knocking on the wood. The frequency of sorrow pitches way too high, a continuous vibration from a long goodbye. Even the ceiling fan spins a tragic hum, making my overloaded eardrums completely numb. Mirrors reflect the
silence I can actually hear a symphony of nostalgia drowning out my ear. I try to sing a different melody today, but the chorus of yesterday gets in the way. Footfalls mimic the beating of my chest, a relentless audio that will never rest. The acoustics of absence amplify the grief, stealing the quiet like a phantom thief. Sonic vibrations that never hit the ground, trapped in a cycle of unending sound. Heavy echoes ringing in the hollow halls, conversations painted on the plaster walls. Every whispered secret, every shouted plea, returning like a tidal wave crashing over me. The sound of us refuses to simply fade, trapped inside the canyon that our memories made, deafened by the ghost of what we used to be, drowning in the noise of this heavy echo sea. Bounce, return, reflect, resound. We are nowhere near, yet perfectly surround. The volume knob is broken, stuck on maximum, beating on my spirit like a tribal drum. Sonic boomerangs throwing themselves back here, crystallizing every single shed tear. Listen closely to the ghost, the sound we miss the most. Heavy echoes ringing in the hollow halls, heavy echoes ringing in the hollow halls. Conversations painted on the plaster walls, every whispered secret, every shouted plea, returning like a tidal wave crashing over me. The sound of us refuses to simply fade, trapped inside the canyon that our memories made, deafened by the ghost of what we used to be, drowning in the noise of this heavy echo sea. Reverb fading, but never gone, singing our history until the dawn. Loud and clear, heavy echoes. Heavy echoes. The incandescent bulb flickers above the dining table, exposing the cracks in our carefully constructed fable. I see the tired wrinkles forming around your eyes, a brutal illumination that no one can disguise.
The lampshade is dusty, casting a yellowish hue,
highlighting the distance dividing me from you.
we try to hide the blemishes
behind a gentle smile, but visibility destroys our artificial style.
The morning rays creep slowly past the drawn blind, revealing the mess that we carelessly left behind. No romantic dimness to soften the bitter blow, just a clinical brightness creating an awkward show.
I notice the trembling shaking your delicate hand, the visual evidence that I finally understand. The shadows retreat, leaving nowhere to conceal the terrifying magnitude of what we actually feel. The lens is focused, the aperture is wide. There is no dark corner remaining to hide a harsh exposure, capturing the brutal truth, developing the negative of our wasted youth. Caught forever in the somber light, eradicating the mystery of the night. We look at each other with an absolute dread, seeing the corpse of a love that is dead. No filters at back, no flattering glow, just a miserable reality putting on a show. The optical illusion finally loses its mind, naked and shivering in the somber light.
Motes of dust dance lazily through the visual beam, the cinematic failure of our optimistic dream. I trace the dull contours of your downturned face, recognizing the emptiness invading the space. The candle wax melted down to the ceramic base, extinguishing the magic of a magical place. The overcast sky peers through the dirty glass,
A pale afternoon watching the tragedy pass. Everything is tinted in a sick and pale gray, washing the vibrant colors entirely away.
my peripheral
Vision catches you looking down, a defeated king wearing an invisible crown. The lens is focused, the aperture is wide. There is no dark corner remaining to hide a harsh exposure, capturing the brutal truth, developing the negative of our wasted youth. Caught forever in the somber light, eradicating the mystery of the night. We look at each other with an absolute dread, seeing the corpse of a love that is dead. No filters of flight, no flattering glow, just a miserable reality putting on a show. The optical illusion finally loses its mind, naked and shivering in the somber light. Oh.
squinting our eyes against the terrible glare,
Examining the ruins of a broken affair,
the photon rays pierce directly through the bone.
proving definitively that we are entirely alone.
Turn off the switch, plunges back into the blind.
Give me back the ignorance of my foolish mind. Too bright, pale sight, lose the fight. Caught forever, oh, in the summer light.
Come eradicating the
Mystery of the night.
We look at each other,
With an absolute dread, seeing the
corpse of a love
that is dead. No filters applied, no flattering glow,
just a miserable reality
putting on a show.
the optical illusion.
Finally loses its mind, naked and shivering in the somber light.
The bowl burns out,
The room goes gray,
watching the last of the
illumination decay. Harsh truth, somber light. far the clock strikes 12 against the quiet hall, watching the headlights sweep across my bedroom wall. Insomnia settles in like an uninvited guest, refusing to grant my anxious mind a second of rest.
I toss the heavy
Quilt off my sweating skin, wondering exactly where this loneliness begins. Counting the sheep, but they turn into my regrets, smoking the last of my stale cigarettes.
pacing the floorboards until the wood begins to creak, searching for the courage that I completely lack to speak. The city is snoring down below my balcony view, while I am entirely consumed by the thought of you. My coffee is cold, sitting untouched in the mug, staring intently at the patterns on this Persian rug. The mattress feels like a bed of rusty nails, a maritime voyage where the navigation fails. The witching hour amplifies the lingering doubt, turning the volume up on what we cry about. No distractions exist when the universe sleeps, opening the vault where the sorrow slowly creeps. Oh, suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight, exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional claw. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fists upon a permanently locked door, begging the dawn to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. Constellation shifts outside the window pane, cosmic reminder that my efforts are in vain. I dial your number, but I hang up at the dial tone, terrified to confirm that I am actually alone. The refrigerator hums a terribly monotonous pitch, scratching a phantom limb, an unreachable itch. My reflection looks exhausted inside the vanity glass, waiting for these excruciating hours to finally pass. The television flickers with a static snowy screen, a perfect representation of the places I have been. Every memory replays in high definition dread, a cinema of a failure screening right inside my head. The witching hour amplifies a lingering doubt, turning the volume up on what we cry about. No distractions exist when the universe sleeps, opening the vault where the sorrow slowly creeps. Oh, suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight, exposing every flaw, trapped inside the grip of an emotional core. We analyze the past until our brains are sore, pounding our fist upon a permanently locked door, begging the dawn to arrive and bring the news. But we are stuck right here with the midnight blues. Slicing my patience in half, looking at an old faded crinkled photograph. Time is moving backwards in this solitary zone, stripping the meat completely off the emotional bone. We pray for the sunrise to scatter the despair, but the hands of the clock are frozen midair. Wide awake, bones ache, heartbreak. Wow, wide awake, bones ache, bones ache, bones ache, heartbreak, heartbreak. Ah, suffering deeply from these midnight blues, walking a marathon in a pair of heavy shoes. The moon is a spotlight,
midnight blues. Inhaling dust from the wreckage of our final stand, struggling to grasp the shifting arid desert sand. My lungs are burning, deprived of the oxygen flow, drowning on dry land while watching the embers glow. I exert my diaphragm to scream out your name, but the sound disintegrates into this pathetic shame. Every molecule of air is precious and rare, exhausted by the pressure of this suffocating snare.
I exit the muscle, but the bellows remain compressed. A terminal fatigue settling deep inside my chest. We sprinted the marathon while holding our breath, caught in the silence of a premature, quiet death. The atmosphere is thin, the altitude is too high, watching the vapor of our exhaustion drift to the sky. I am gasping for a mercy that we never refined, leaving the vital essence of my spirit behind, panning for a respite that never dares to arrive. The physiological cost of trying to stay alive. We are collapsing in the vacuum of our own design, crossing the lethal threshold of the finish line. Oh, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath, panning our way toward a hollow, inevitable death. We exhausted the supply on a fruitless crusade, watching the vibrant color of our vitality fade. No oxygen remaining to fuel the internal fire, just the heavy lethargy of a funeral pyre, counting the inhalations until there is nothing left, dying in the center of a beautiful wasted breath. The ventilator is broken, the bellows are torn, regretting the moment that this rivalry was born. I force the inhalation, but the cavity stays tight. A desperate performance in the middle of the night. My
Throat is scorched, a desert devoid of a drop, begging the cardiac rhythm to finally stop.
a rhythmic spasm of a body that gave up the ghost, consuming the fuel that we actually needed the most. I am inhaling the static of a disconnected line, wishing for resuscitation that is no longer mine. The hyperventilation is a rhythmic, frantic song, proving how consistently we have been living wrong, panning for a respite that never dares to arrive. The physiological cost of trying to stay alive. We are collapsing in the vacuum of our own design, crossing the lethal threshold of the finish line. Oh, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath, panning our way struggle to speak. The strongest endurance finally bows to the weak. Exhale to history. Release the long-held pain. Let the atmosphere reclaim what it needs to regain. Can't catch the wind, let it and no, this is nothing but a mountain of wasted breath. Panning our way toward a hollow, inevitable death. We exhausted the supply on a fruitless crusade. Watching the vibrant color of our vitality fade. No oxygen remaining to fuel the internal fire. Just a heavy lethargy of a funeral pyre. Counting the inhalations until there is nothing left. Dying in the center of a beautiful wasted breath. The final exhale, the total release. Finally finding the ultimate breathless peace. Empty lungs, wasted breath. Neon signs buzz a sickly broken green, reflecting off the pavement, slick and unclean. I order a double just to numb the brain, watching the window for a sign of a train.
The bartender polishes a cracked glass,
watching the miserable hours slowly pass.
amber liquid burns
A trail down my chest, offering a temporary volatile rest.
The ice cubes rattle like teeth in the cold, drinking a potion that makes cowards bold.
The jukebox is stuck on a crying slide guitar. I am anchored securely to this sticky bar. Thunder rumbles over the city skyline, while I drown the memory of you being mine.
A storm is brewing inside
This tiny cup, swallowing the anchor instead of throwing it up. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind, leaving every shred of sobriety behind.
pouring the liquor
To wash away the mud, mixing the spirits directly into our blood. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Puddles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues, soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain.
The label is torn on the bottle of regret, trying to manufacture a way to forget. But 80 proof logic is a dangerous game. Every single sip just amplifies your name.
The stool is spinning like a carnival ride, nowhere to run and absolutely nowhere to hide.
My umbrella is broken, my mascara runs,
Fighting a battle with invisible guns. The tab remains open, the debt piles high, searching for truth in a liquid lie. Every drop on the roof sounds like a drum beat in a totally numb. Clouds rolling in over an intoxicated mind, leaving every shred of sobriety behind. Pouring the liquor to wash away the mud, mixing the spirit directly into our blood. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Bottles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues, soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. Oh, yeah. Lightning flashes inside the amber jar. We have pushed this foolish band away too far. The hangover threatens tomorrow's dawn, but right now the tempest rages on. Swallow the lightning, drink down the thunder, pulling us deep into the undertow, pulling us under. Pour it out, drink it down, watch us drown. Caught outside in the heavy whiskey rain, drenching our sorrow, intoxicating the pain. Dread drops of amber falling from a polluted sky, drinking the storm dry, refusing to cry. Puddles of bourbon splashing on our shoes, singing a sloppy rendition of the midnight blues. So soaking our souls until we go insane, dancing completely lost in the whiskey rain. Empty the bottle, close the tab, riding out the storm in a yellow cab, pouring down whiskey rain. Ten throbbing fingers gripping on a frayed hemp rope, trying to support the crushing weight of our dying hope. My palms are blistered and my wrists are sore. I cannot pull this heavy wagon an inch anymore. The fibers are cutting through my delicate skin, a losing battle that I cannot possibly win. Muscles are screaming for a moment of peace, praying for this brutal gravity to finally cease.
Calluses form from digging this eternal trench, breathing the exhaust and the metallic stench. I spent years carrying the lumber for our floor, but my spine is snapping, I can't lift anymore. My knuckles are white, my grip is starting to slip, steering the rudder of a capsizing ship. The weight of your expectations anchors my feet, dragging me down to the cobblestone street. We are lifting a mountain that refuses to move, straining our tendons just to try and prove that endurance alone can conquer the flaw. Fighting against the universal physical law. These no strategy left for us to enact. I spent my youth turning the rusty iron wheel, trying to mold a phantom into something real. But the grease is dry and the gears are jammed. Our grand design is permanently damned. So in a canvas that keeps ripping apart, patching the leaks at the center of your heart. My needle is blunt, the thread is completely spent,
Fixing a structure that was permanently bent. I dropped the tools onto the workshop floor. I'm walking away through the factory door. We are lifting a mountain that refuses to move, straining our tendons just to try and prove that endurance alone can conquer the flaw, fighting against the universal physical law. These tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired
unclench the fist, open up the palm. After the heavy lifting comes a terrible calm.
The blisters will heal, but the scars will remain, a permanent reminder of the manual strain. We are dropping the tools, we are breaking the lease, finding our freedom in total release. Drop the weight, let it fall, no strength at all. All these tired hands are letting go of the chain, releasing the tension, abandoning the pain. We work the midnight shift for a failing machine, the most exhausting labor the world has ever seen. No strength remaining in the marrow of the bone, leaving this heavy burden right here alone. We built a prison out of manual demands. Now we surrender with these tired hands, open fingers, empty space, wiping the sweat from a weary face. Rest at last, tired hands. You taste like summer on a rainy afternoon, a lingering sweetness that ends much too soon. I drank the nectar from your porcelain hand, but now I'm sinking in this shifting sand.
I saw the light fading inside your tired eyes, wrapped in the silk of our unspoken lies. The comb is empty and the hive is cold.
We're trading diamonds for a fool's gold. It's a beautiful sting, a delicate scar. We're chasing the sun, but we're drifting too far. The nectar is heavy, the garden is dead. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins, a little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, why do you taste so sweet?
I play the chords that you taught me to feel, but the wood of this guitar
is the only thing real. Your shadow is dancing on the bedroom wall, waiting for the gravity to make me fall. I kept the letters that you never sent, counting the days and the money we spent on a dream that was hollow, on a love that was glass, watching the seasons and the memories pass. It's a beautiful sting, a delicate scar. We're chasing the sun, but we're drifting too far. The nectar is heavy, the garden is dead. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins, a little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing our grip and we're losing control. Bitter honey, why do you taste so sweet? Sweetness was just a disguise for the salt that's hidden in your eyes. It's so bitter, so sweet. Just a drop is all I need to break. Oh, it's bitter honey running through my veins, a little bit of pleasure for a world of pains. Sweet on the lips, but it burns in the soul. We're losing